Our first step in the water phase is to combine the xanthan gum with the zimea. This will help the xanthan gum solubilize into the water. In the water phase, the xanthan gum is acting as the water phase thickener. Now that it is fully dispersed in the zimea, it will be added to the water. This should thicken the water a considerable amount, so the propeller speed may need to be increased. The next ingredient that we will be adding is cornstarch. This solid powder will help to absorb excess oils in our mask, and it also acts as a silica replacement in this formula, so there's no need to add any harsh silicates. Now we will add the first of our two fillers, colloidal kaolin, and what this will do, as well as the next ingredient that we're adding, will help to fill out the formula, thicken it slightly, opacify it in the end so that it's a little bit more white, and it will also help to suspend some of the oils as well. And now the second of our fillers will be added, the Bentonite Albage. So just like the colloidal kaolin, this will help to opacify the final formula, suspend some of the oil, and fill it in. And now we will begin to heat this water phase to about 70 degrees Celsius and begin to work on the oil phase, which we will also be heating to 70 degrees Celsius. The first ingredient that we will be adding to our oil phase beaker is Glyceryl Stearate. This is a skin conditioning emollient which will help to decrease the water evaporation out of the skin in our final formula. The second ingredient that we will be adding to this oil phase is GChem CTG, which is capric caprylic triglycerides. This is another emollient, and within this formulation it will help to disperse all the other oils within the oil phase. The third ingredient that we will be adding is Cetyl Alcohol, and due to its absorption and retention in the skin or epidermis, it will help to lubricate and soften the skin, so this will be acting as another emollient. Fourth ingredient that we will be adding is Stearic Acid. This will harden the final product slightly and give it a rich lather that feels velvety on the skin. The fifth and final ingredient of our oil phase is Soldoc PG410, which is polyglyceryl 4-caprate. This is acting as our emulsifier in the oil phase, which will help to decrease the interfacial tension between the oil and water phase in the final formulation and create nice small droplets and create a very stable emulsion. Now that both the oil and water phase have reached an internal temperature of 70 degrees Celsius, we will begin to add the oil to the water phase. This should thicken the water a considerable amount, so the propeller speed will most likely need to be increased. And now we will cool this down to 45 degrees C to add the rest of the formulation. Now that our formulation has cooled to 45 degrees Celsius, we will begin to add the rest of it. The first ingredient is Lincoserve WPHLO, which is our preservative. The next ingredient is rice syrup, and this will provide some moisturization to the skin. The first of our two technologies that we will be adding to this anti-aging face mask is SalSphere Natural Anti-Aging. This is an encapsulated combination of resveratrol from grapes and procyanidin B2 from apples, both of which are very powerful antioxidants and come from natural sources. And now the second of our technologies and the final ingredient in this formulation, SalColorFX White to Green. This is an encapsulated pigment that releases when enough friction is present, such as when you're applying this formulation to your face. So the green pigment is encapsulated within a white pigment, so this white pigment is added by hand so that the encapsulation does not break before you add it to your skin. This product is our anti-aging face mask. As you can see, it is quite thick, somewhat similar to a lotion, but doesn't feel quite as watery. Then just a small amount is needed. Normally this would be applied to the face, but we're going to show it on the hand here. And then a circular rubbing action is used to apply it, and you will see the formulation turn from a white to a green, and that is the SalColorFX White to Green encapsulation of pigment breaking, releasing the green color.